Alrighty guys, welcome back. Status Pro Advanced, baseball season 2017, Washington Nationals, game number 11 against the Philadelphia Phillies. We're at home taking on the Phillies here, and let's get things started here. Tanner Roark pitching, black dice, or 8-sided dice, black, then red. For the 6-sided dice, we just combine them. This is our modifier dice. To see if it's a 1, we're going to check for an error. If it's a 6, then it's either a CD or BD check. And a 20-sider when we need it for error checks. And we're ready to roll. Let's roll this here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Here we go. So first, before we do anything, though, we need to see what kind of day Tanner Roark's having for the Nationals at home. 46, normal day. And for Jeremy Hellickson, the right-hander, 52, normal day. So both pitchers are having normal days. You can put this chart away for a little while. We got our CD charts. We got our base stealing charts. We have our out charts if we need it, but probably not. And we're ready to go. That's as simple as it is. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so Tanner Roark, 4-7 versus lefties, 2-7 versus right-handers. Cesar Hernandez is going to be a switch hitter, so it'll be lefty. 4-7. It's a 6, so we're going to ignore that because it's a BD check. So it's a CD or BD. This ends up being a BD check, which means there is nobody on base, so we re-roll it. And in this case, it's a 2. We ignore this dice. Look at the 6. It's going to come off of Roark's card, and it's an 18 versus a lefty. 18 is going to be a base hit into right field. I'm sorry, center field. So Cesar Hernandez is aboard. He's a B plus a steal. Tanner Roark's a B to hold. Cesar Hernandez will just kind of chill out there and see how it goes, right? Oop, oh, damn, dropped my dice. Come back here, come back here. Come back here. Baseball demos. Hey, thanks for stopping by. No problem, man. Always good to see you running a live stream. So glad you're doing it. So we're in the top of the first. Cesar Hernandez is on. Howie Kendrick. So 6, right? So this is going to be either a CD or BD check. It's a CD check. So we look at the CD for the player here. In this case, Howie Kendrick. Against the right-handers and RN. Under RN, we're going to flip the card. RN is going to be the center field. So we're going to check Michael Taylor in center field. Michael Taylor in center field is a 3. So we look at 37 since that's what we rolled. 37 for the outfielder. Under 3 and a 37 is going to be diving catch of a blooper, runners will hold. Oh, let's undo that. So it's going to be a fly out to center field. Howie Kendrick is out. Asdrubal Herrera is up. Asdrubal Herrera. 6, another. This one is going to be, I think it's a CD check. Let me see, though. Let me look at my dice. Let me look at my charts. It is 2-8 is the CD. 9-12 is actually, this is going to be a BD check. So BD check for Asdrubal Herrera. Unfortunately, he gets an out. He's an LN. So we'll flip the LN, and that is going to be ground ball G5A. And I think that is going to be a 5-4 put out at second. I think A's, let me just double check my chart again. I think the A's are, yes, and the slow ones, no, A's are just runners at first. So it's going to be a 5-3 put out. There we go. The A's are the slow ones. Always got to remember. So it's going to be a 5-3 put out at first. Runner will move to second. And there's 2 away here in the top of the first. That brings up Miguel Franco. All right, so green dice. We can probably ignore the green dice. So 7. This is going to come off of Rourke. 72 will be an out. He's an RP. And that means it's G4. 4-3 put out. And the Phillies are done in the first. We go to the bottom of the first. And Jeremy Hellickson. We already rolled for Hellickson. He's having a normal day. 4 we can ignore. 6, so against lefties he's 2-5, righties he's 2-5. So it's a 6, so it's coming off a Defoe. 53 right-hander. 53 is a strikeout. So 2-5 on both. Anthony Rendon is up. That's a 6. It's coming off of Rendon. 34, 34. And that one is hit well by Rendon. He's carrying out into left field. Kendrick back to the warning track. Back to the wall. And watches this one go as Anthony Rendon deposits this out in the fan stands. And it's 1-0 Philadelphia. I'm sorry, 1-0 Washington. What am I thinking? 1-0 Washington. Golf was good, Dave. Golf was good. Bryce Harper, 5, which means we can ignore it. 8 is coming up for Harper card. 34. And Jeremy Hellickson is not liking this. Harper going deep into right field. Saunders back to the warning track. Leaps up. Man, it's off his glove and over the fence. Home run. Back-to-back jacks by the Nationals. And they're up 2-0. On Jeremy Hellickson. All right, so possible error check. 7. This is going to be off of Murphy's card. 31, and that's going to be a double into center field. Herrera. Where's Herrera? Where's Herrera? That's Drupal. Herrera. Center field. E1. Let's see if we get an error on him. And that's a 14, so that is going to be a double by Murphy. And Hellickson, they're going to start some activity in the bullpen here. Hellickson, even though he rolled a normal day, is not off to a great start. 2 home runs and a double. Here in the bottom of the first, Ryan Zimmerman is up. 6 and 8 means it's a CD check. Ryan Zimmerman, RP. Let's flip. RP, CD is going to right field. At Saunders, here's his card right here. Right field he is an E1. E1, and we rolled a 71. 71. It says, fielder makes running catch of a deep fly at the warning track. Runner on third would score, but it's not, so it's just going to be a fly out to right field. And there's 2 away for Chris Hainsey for Washington. Beatles, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you, my friend. So this is a 6, so once again, it's going to be a CD check. 30. We got to find out who he's going to. RN. And this time RN is going to be second base. That's Cesar Hernandez. At second, he's a CD of 2. We rolled a 34. At second base. 2 and 34 says... Knocks hard grounder down, batter out 4-3, other runners advance, but that will do it for the inning. But 2 big long balls by the Nationals, and they're up 2-0 here, going in the top of the second inning. Tanner Rourke against Saunders. So error check. And is a 7 that's coming off of Rourke. 45, left-hander. 45 is a walk, actually. So no error check needed. Saunders, not very good at stealing. He will not go anywhere. Tommy Joseph is up. All right, so that's another error check. 8. This is going to come off of Joseph's card. 38 right-hander. 38. And that is a strikeout. Just missed the deep drive. Strikes him out. Whew. Couldn't catch up to that fastball, or that one could have been gone. Andrew Knapp is up, 1 out. And 2, so we can ignore it. 7, so it's coming off O'Rourke. 43 lefty, 43 lefty. 43 and a walk, another walk given up by Tanner Roark. So 2 men on with 1 out. That brings up Freddie Galvis. The Phillies making a dent here in the top of the second. We can ignore that. 3, and this one is lefty. Galvis is a switch hitter, so it'd be a lefty, so it's coming off of his card, but 72. It's going to be on a range against the right-hander. He's an LN. Let's see what kind of play it is. LN is a G4A. That means it's a slow roller to second base. Everyone's going to move up. And that brings up the pitcher spot. Jeremy Hellickson with 2 outs. Jeremy Hellickson needs to get a base hit here. 88. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. It's going to be an out. Although, no, it's not, because this is the dice. That's a 7, so that means it's a CD check, actually. So it's going to be a CD check on the pitcher. Let's see where it goes. Flip the card. So first baseman is Zimmerman. Zimmerman, where are you? Zimmerman. At first, he's a CD of 2 and an 88, and can't snag the bad throw. Runners advance 2 bases. This is a, Hellickson is a, actually it's going to be, he's a right-hander. So he's batting on the right. So since he's batting to the right, it goes to the shortstop. In this case, it's Defoe. Defoe throws it offline. And runners are going to advance 2 bases on the bad throw by Defoe, actually. So the 88 does come into play, unfortunately. This game looks really nice. Any season's expensive? Our season's expensive. No, I don't think they are. But that's that's personal. You can get PDFs of these. People are selling the Status Pro season files. You can get them on eBay anywhere from 10 to 12, 14 bucks a season file. I bought the cards from the Status Pro Advance Facebook channel. I forget the guy's name that runs it, but the cards are really good quality, and he was running a sale at the time. I thought I wanted to pick up a couple seasons, so we got us a tie ball game on the 2-base error by William Defoe. As he throws that over the head of Zimmerman, it goes out of play. They're going to call that an E6. 2-base advance, and 2 runners come in on the bad throw, and we're tied up. Possible error check 3, left-hander. So it's coming off of Cesar Hernandez. 54. 54 is a walk. Another walk given up. 3rd walk given up by Tanner Roark. That brings up Howie Kendrick. Runners at first and second now. Still trouble here. Let's see here. So 3 we can ignore. 8 is coming off of Howie Kendrick. 85 is out of range. He's an RN. And that's going to be a line out to third. Line out to third. That's going to do it, but 2 unearned runs come in, and we're tied up at 2-2 apiece for Michael Taylor. So possible error check. We go to 5. That is going to be off of Hellickson's card. 74, right-hander. That's going to be out of range. He's an RP. RP says second base. That's Cesar Hernandez. Caesar is an E2. Let's see if he has an error. Oops. See if he has an error. No, he does not. That's going to be a 4-3 put out. That brings up Jose Lobaton, the catcher. And that is an 11. Is coming off of Lobaton's card. 31. 31, and he will strike out. That brings up Tanner Roark, the pitcher, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. 7, that's going to come off of Roark's card. You got a 33, and that will be a strikeout, obviously. And that'll do it for the second. We go to the third. Still tied 2 runs apiece. Asdrubal Herrera's up for the Phillies. And that is a 4. It's coming off a Rourke's card. An 18 versus a lefty. And that's a base hit into center field. Back up the middle. Murphy can't get to it. And a single by Herrera. Not much of a threat to steal. Miguel Franco's up. Miguel. And a possible error check. 8. This is coming off of Franco's card. 81. That will be an out. He's an RP of fly ball deep to left field. That's Chris Hainsey. Hainsey, left field is a 0. So obviously you can't roll a 0, but what happens is if you roll 1, you roll it again. On even, it's an error. On odd, it's an out. And 15, so he's going to make the catch. F7. Oops, wrong person. Franco. That was Franco that got the out. That brings up Michael Saunders here in the top of the third inning. Top of the third. And we would have a BD check. But nobody's on, so we re-roll it. Oh, I'm sorry, there was someone on. My bad. So it's a BD check, and I'm going to roll it again because I didn't see what it was. So Saunders with the BD check. This is where you get a lot of big hits. 37 right-hander, 37 will be an out. So he is a LN. And what kind of out was it? LN, it's a G3. That's going to be down to Zimmerman. On to Defoe. Back to Zimmerman. Got him in time. That is your 3-6-3 double play as Zimmerman was playing that one perfectly. And Saunders hits into the ground ball double play instead of the BD. Instead of it being a big hit, it ends up being a big out. We go to the bottom of the third. That's what I like about this game. You just never know what's going to happen every time you roll the dice. William Defoe is up. And an 11, so this is the possibility of being a hit. And it will be an infield hit by William Defoe. So obviously if you roll low on the 8-sided, the 8ers, that's where all your low results are normally hits. You roll in the middle, that's where you get doubles and home runs. You roll really high, it's normally outs. William Defoe is not bad at stealing. Henrik Hellickson is not bad at holding. It's kind of a toss-up. And they're going to let Rendon, they're not going to try to steal. They're going to let Rendon hit another home run here. So we got a 6. So this is going to be a CD check. Rendon is an RP. So CD check of RP is the shortstop. That's Freddie Galvis. Freddie at short is a 2. Is a 2 at short. And we rolled a 68. 68, and that is slow roller bobbled single. Runners advance 1 base. So another infield single. And runners at first and second now with nobody up. And Bryce Harper, last time up, hit one 378 feet out into right field. And that one was a lucky fan who's taking that one home as a souvenir. And that's a 1. Possible error check. 8. This is coming off of Harper. 13. That is going to be base hit by Harper. A single into left field. Single in the left. That's Kendrick. Howie Kendrick. Howie in left field is an error of 1. Let's see if he has an error before we decide what the runners are doing. No error. So, we need to find out what the runners are doing now. We got to find out what the runners are doing. So, this came off of Harper's card. And it was... Right, okay. Oh, you know what? We can just use our little chart. Right, yeah. Here we go. We'll just... flip it and see what comes up. So we have runner on second on a single, right? And the RN number, the random number was 13, which is odd. So look under odd. And batter will score if he's A to C runner. Defoe, William Defoe is an A runner. He will score. Runner going from first to third is... right, it came off the batter card. Right, okay, to go from first to second or to third, you need a DE. So on first is Rendon. He's a base running of C. I think that means single, runner on second. Oh, I see. Okay, okay, it's over here. Over here is what we're looking at. No, that's single. Okay, single runner on first. Here we go. This one. Okay, so this shows A to C. Since it came off the batter card, A to C, he will score, which he did. Now we look up here for the runner. It's first, and that's Rendon. He is again a C runner. The ball went into. Sorry, a little confused there for a second. It was a 13 on Harper, right-hander. It went into left field. So to go first to third, you need an A or B, and he will stop at second. All right, so that's let's go into details. It was a single. It's going to left field. Batter is safe. Runner is going to stop at second, and the other runner will come home. There we go. All right, so the Phillies, or the Nationals, put in a run. Still nobody out. That brings up Murphy. And then again, activity out in the bullpen for the Phillies. So this is going to be a BD check. BD check for Murphy, 38, right-hander, 38. And that one is ripped and hit in the gap. And that's going to fall in, and that's going to be a double for Murphy. We're going to flip a card now and look at the double result. So runner comes first to third. The only runner it will be is if he's an A+. Bryce Harper is not an A+, so he will stop at third on the double. And that's going to be it for Hellickson. He's given up. What has he given up so far? Good Lord. He pitched 2 innings, given up 7 hits, 2 home runs, 4 runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks. And you got Zimmerman on. Do you I'm going to let them go and see if they can get these outs. Their defense is going to play in. Zimmerman. And that is a 6. So this is coming off of Zimmerman's card. 42 right-hander, 42. And that's a deep drive. That's hit well. And this could be it for Hellickson. We go to the deep drive chart in Washington. And we look at what we rolled there. Nope, we got to roll again. So we got the chart. Washington Nationals, 11 to 52. It is gone. 53 to 56. It's a double. Anything else will be a deep fly out. Oh, and I grabbed 2 of the wrong dice. Let's try that again. That is a 32, and that is gone. Hit well and out of here, and that'll be it for Hellickson. They cannot. Yep. And even in replay, they're like, he's now tired. All right, so Hellickson didn't last very long. We're going to have to bring in somebody that can give us a few innings, and that's going to be Rodriguez, and even though he's a lefty, we're going to have to use him. It's a lot of tired pitchers now. So we need Rodriguez's card. Where's Rodriguez? Joel Rodriguez for the Phillies. He's going to come in. Now let's see what kind of day Rodriguez is going to have. 2 to 7 lefties, 2 to 5 right-handers. He's at a 36, which is just a normal day, so he won't be adjusted. And now for the Nationals is Chris Hainsey up. Chris Hainsey, a 1, possible error check. And that is going to be an 88, so that'll be an out for Hainsey. He's an RN. What kind of out is it? Ground ball to short. Again, that's Galvis. Freddie is at short. He's at 2. 1 to 2, it'll be an error. No, he's going to make the play. So Hainsey's out. That'll bring up Michael Taylor. 4, so nothing. We can ignore that. 7 versus a right-hander. It's going to come off of Taylor's card. 56. 56 is a strikeout of Taylor. And that brings up Jose Lobaton. 2 outs now. 5 runs in for the Nationals. Nothing on that. 12 is going to come off of Lobaton. 16 versus a lefty. 16 is base hit into center field. Again, Hernandez can't get to it, and that's going to roll out to center field. But that brings up the pitcher spot, Tanner Roark. With 2 outs, he'll have to swing away. And that might actually be good. That's a CD check for the pitcher. Let's see who it's going to. And that is going to the shortstop. And that's Galvis again. And he is a 2 range. And we rolled a 15. So shortstop, 2 and a 15 says... Knocks down tough line driver, batter out 6-3. 6-4 if there's a runner on first, other runners advance. So it'll be a 6-4 put out. And that'll do it. We go to the top of the 4th, and Tanner Roark with a 7-2 lead against the Phillies here. Phillies trying to fight back. Roark, possible error check. That's an 8. So it's coming off a Joseph card, 18, and that is going to be base hit into right field. It's going to land in front of Harper. Harper is a error of 2. Harper's an error of 2. And, 7. So almost, but it's going to be a base hit for Joseph. That brings up Andrew. Oops, come back here. Andrew Knapp. Andrew Knapp. Oh, that's a 1-1. That could be trouble. Nope, it's a CD check. So, CD check for Knapp. He's an LN. And that's the catcher. That's Lobaton. Lobaton, he's a CD of 2. And CD of 2 and rolled an 11. That's going to be catcher frames outside pitch perfectly. Batter strikes out. So Knapp with the strikeout. That brings up Freddie Galvis, which you don't normally get on a 1-1, right? 1-1, if you get a 1-1, where's 1-1? If you get a 1-1, I mean, that's a hit, and that's a hit, and that's a hit. And yet, we ended up with a strikeout because it went to the CD check, right? Could be an error check, could be anything, right? That's why I love playing this game, because it's just, you just never know. You think, oh, wow. And that other time it was an 8-8, and I thought, oh, it's an automatic out. It ended up being the CD check, and it was a 2-base error, right? Freddie Galvis is up, 1 out. So 4. So we don't have any error, we don't have any CD, nothing. It's just normal. So I pull that aside so I don't think about it. And I go 6. 6 is coming off of Roark. 51. He is a lefty. 51 lefties and out. He is an LN. So I look at the LN, flip this, and it says fly ball to center. Nope, not an error. Sorry, fly out to. Did I say center? I meant to say left. That's what I meant to say. And that brings up Joel Rodriguez, and he's got to hit because he's got to pitch. He's got like a lot of innings to pitch yet. So 5, we can ignore it. 9 is coming up for Joel's card. 77 will be an out. He's a pitcher. That means it's a ground ball down to first. And it'll be unassisted by Zimmerman. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 4th. Nationals just cruising along 7-2, and they got the starting pitcher out of the game. They got their pitcher still in it, so things are looking good. So nothing there. It's a 10, so it's coming off of Defoe. 21 is base hit back up the middle. Galvis can't get to it, and it's going to roll into center field. You can't stop the Nationals right now. They are on a tear. That's going to be a single. Rendon is up. Rendon. So nothing special there. 3. That's going to come off of... Let's see. He's a righty. He's going to come off of Rodriguez's card. 73 will be an out. He's an RP. RP is deep fly to left field. And that will be an out. That brings up Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper's having a pretty good day. He's got a home run and a single. Nothing special there. 8. What's 8? 8? 8's going to be Harper's card. 42 Harper. That's probably bad. That's probably bad because that's in his deep section. So Harper's got a hold of another one. Again, we'll look at our trusty dusty chart here. 26, we already know what that is, right? Look at the Washington Nationals. Right there. 11-52 is a home run. And he rolled a 26. That one is gone. Bryce Harper with another 2-run home run. And they are up 9-2. Bryce Harper having a day. 2 home runs and a single. Rodriguez will stay in. I don't care how tired he is. Daniel Murphy. Nothing there. 8's coming off for Murphy. 13, that's going to be a base hit in the left. And the beat goes on for the Nationals. Wow. Ryan Zimmerman. And that is a 4. It's coming off for Rodriguez. He got a 22 right-hander. 22, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. I'm sorry, base hit in the right. Doesn't matter. Nationals are not worried about going more than one base. They're just going to go station to station, up 7 runs right now. Chris Hainsey's up. 1 possible error. 10 off of Hainsey. 72 will be an out. Who's it going to? He's an RN. That's going to right field. That's Saunders out there in right field. Michael Saunders, right field. He is a E1. So let's see if it's an error or is he going to catch it. Whoa. And he's going to catch it. F9. And that brings up Michael Taylor down here. Yep. So no error there. Rodriguez trying to get through the 4th here. It's 9-2 ball game. And 6 is a CD check. Taylor. Left-hander's RP. I forgot he was a lefty. RP lefty is lined at the second baseman. Cesar Hernandez at second. He's a 2. It's a CD check. Oh, I'm sorry. CD check, right. So that was... he's an RP. So it's still left field. Sorry. So that's Howie Kendrick. Howie Kendrick in left field. What's your CD? You're a 3. He rolled an 82 in outfield. 3 and 82 is going to be fielder makes running catch of deep fly at the warning track. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. That will end the inning. All right. So the Nationals put up another 2 runs. We go to the top of the 5th. 9-2 ball game. Tanner Rourke still going. Turbocharged Sports. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Tanner Rourke. And 1 possible error. 7 coming off a Rourke's card. 72, that's going to be an out. And he is an LN. That's ground ball to Defoe. And with Defoe at short is an error of 3. 1, 2, or 3 will make an error. Another error, should I say. But he makes that play. Howie Kendrick is up. Top of the 5th. Oops. And that's going to be a BD check, but nobody's on, so we can ignore that. Try again. 2. This is going to come off a Rourke. Howie Kendrick is a right-hander, and a 13 is going to be base hit in the left field. So base hit there by Howie Kendrick. As Drupal Herrera. And that is a 9 coming off of Herrera. That's a 24, right-hander, 24. That's going to be a double in the left. Double in the left. Let's see what happens to the runner. Flip the runner, and a runner will come. It is a 42. That's an even number. So, we have to find out what the arm of the left fielder. That's Chris Hainsey. Chris Hainsey. And I don't think Chris Hainsey has got an arm of 1. He's got an arm of 3. Run will score on the double. So it's now a 9-3 ball game. And that brings up Miguel Franco. Miguel Franco. We're in the top of the 5th. Almost halfway home here. And that is a 5, so nothing there. 12, Franco's card 51 is an RP. So RP of soft grounder to shorts. And A means he only plays at first. So that brings up Michael Saunders now with 2 outs. Can they put another run in? Michael Saunders. 6 and a 9. That's a BD check. He rolled a 75, though that will be an out. And he is an LN. It's going to be ground ball down to 3rd. Rendon over to Zimmerman, and that will do it for the top of the 5th, halfway home here at Nationals Park. And Joey Rodriguez, tired, huh? All right, well, let's bring in Garcia then. Garcia. Really? How come I don't see his card? That would make me disappointed. Where's Garcia? Oh, here he is. Luis Garcia. Luis Garcia for the Phillies is coming in. At the bottom of the 5th, it is a 9-3 ball game. Sorry it's not closer, but since I'm playing the Nationals, I'm glad it's not a close game. Alright, so we'll call that an 11. So that is an 11. It's going to come off of Lobaton's card, and he rolled a 67, which is an out. He's an LP. LP of ground ball to 2nd, 4-3 on the putout. One thing we forgot to do is roll for Luis Garcia and what kind of day he's going to have. Ooh, 76. That's pretty high. Let's see. 76. Oh, that's the last number in the non-adjustment. 17 to 76 is no adjustment. If you roll to 77, that would have been bad, because you lose points. So Garcia is 2 to 8 lefties, 2 to 9 right-handers. So lots of results is coming off of his card. And it brings up Tanner Rourke. We will let him pitch or hit or whatever he's doing out there. That's a 1, possible error. And 7, so it's going to Garcia 32. He will be a lefty. Wait a minute. Rourke's card. Sorry. Rourke's card. He is a righty. We roll 32 right-hander. 32 is a strikeout of Rourke. That makes sense. So 2 outs now for Wilmer Defoe. And that is 1 possible error. 5 is coming off of Garcia. 82. And that'll be an out. What kind of out is it? He's an LN. It's a fly out to second. Cesar Hernandez. What's your error? You're a 2. 1 or 2. He's going to drop it. No. He will hold it. And we'll call that a pop-up to second. We go to the 6. Go to the 6. Tommy Joseph up for the Phillies. And that is going to be a C&E check. Joseph is an RP. And that's the catcher. That's Lobaton. And we rolled an 11 again. It's going to be a pop out to the catcher. Fly out to the catcher. So Joseph is out and brings up Andrew Knapp. Philip, how you doing? Philip Reynolds, Turbocharged Sports, Beatles Eternally, Baseball Demos, everyone that came by, appreciate it. Andrew Knapp. And that is a 5. It's coming off a Rourke's card, 76. He will be a lefty, is an out. He is an LN. It's a line out to the pitcher. I haven't seen that in a while. So good to see that come up because that does happen in baseball games quite oftenly. Freddie Galvis is going to bring up Garcia, and they're going to have to have the pitcher. They're going to run out of pitchers if they, even though there's 2 outs, they just, you're down 9-3. You got to let the pitcher swing. 6. It's coming off Rourke's card. He is a right-hander. He rolled a 22 right-hander, and that is going to be a G6. And it would have been a double play, but it doesn't matter. We just need the 6-3, and that'll do it. So Garcia back out here in the bottom of the 6th. He's got to go at least 6, maybe even the 7th inning here. Rendon is up. And 1 possible error, 10 off of Rendon, 24, and that is going to be into left field. It's Howie Kendrick. He is error of 1. And nope. So it's just going to be a base hit by Rendon. No error on Kendrick. Bryce Harper's up. A 4 we can ignore. 10 is coming off of Harper's card. He's already got 2 home runs. 56, and they intentionally walk him this time because he's already got 2 home runs on the day. Don't want to give him a chance to get in a 3rd home run. Nobody out, 2 runners on. Daniel Murphy, and the beat goes on again. Good Lord. The Nationals are tough. Woo. 1 possible error, 5. That's coming off Garcia's 35. He is a lefty. 35 lefty is a strikeout. No error check needed. Murphy swing and a miss. First out of the inning. Ryan Zimmerman's up. And that is an 11. Is coming off of Zimmerman. 62 is a strikeout of Zimmerman. That ends his 62 ends his strikeout range. So if he would have got a 63, it would have been something else. Would have been a walk, actually. So 2 men on, 2 outs now for Chris Hainsey. And we got a C&E check. Chris Hainsey is an RN. That is to center field. That's Asdrubal Herrera. And center field, he is a 4. We rolled a 55 in the outfield. He's a 4. And a 55, and that says running snag of a shot over the fielder's head, batter out, runner on 3rd tags and scores, other runners hold. This is going to be a fly out to center, as that will do the inning. So go to the top of the 7th, Rourke, and he will be done. Tanner Rourke, he'll be done after 6. We're going to bring in, well, let's see, who are we going to bring in? You got a switch hitter, a righty, a lefty, a righty. So maybe. I think we'll bring in. Who are we gonna bring in? I'm thinking Blanton. Let's see if Blanton's around. Let's see here. Blanton, where is your card? Joe Blanton. He's a right-hander. All right. I'll give Joe Blanton a shot at this. The right-hander Joe Blanton coming in for the Nationals. Let's see what kind of day he's going to have. Real low. Let's get a nice bonus on this one. 43. Nope, just normal. All right. So switch hitting lefty Cesar Hernandez, Joe Blanton. Possible error, and that is a 12. That's coming out of Hernandez. 32 right-hander, and that is going to be a double into left field by Cesar Hernandez. And possible error on Hainsey. What I'm going to do is I'm not even going to look. I'm just going to roll. And this is really low. That's like an 8. So, I mean, most of them don't have like 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s maybe. I mean, there's a few players here and there, but not that many. So I'm not going to waste time looking it up every time. But that is going to be a double. Oh, undo that. By Hernandez, right. All right. Brings up Howie Kendrick. All right, Beatles Eternally. So I'm going to do a video revisiting it. Do you have strategy baseball? Says Clinton. Beatles Eternally. I downloaded the newest version. It is really quite good now. So I'm going to do a video revisiting it. Oh, let's check that out on Beatles. I'd like to see that, Beatles. You're going to do that for everyone. You're going to set up a nice video, show us all the good stuff. I look forward to that. Make sure you show us how to get it and everything as well. All right, here we go. Howie Kendrick. And that is going to be a 6. Right-hander, that's coming off of Blanton. 88, though. That'll be an out. He's an RN. RN of fly ball to right. All right. One out for is Drupal Herrera. And that is an 8. He's a lefty. 64 versus the right-hander. 64 will be an out. He's an LN. LN says GX4. So we'll go 4-3 on the putout. That brings up Miguel Franco. And it's a CD check. Franco is an RP. CD to left field. That's Chris Hainsey. Chris Hainsey in left field is a 5. Not very good. We rolled an 86 too. That could be trouble. A 5 and an 86 is fielder makes running catch. Oh, 5 is actually, I think, the best. Fielder makes a running catch. Blah, blah, blah. Right. It's going to be a fly ball to left, as Chris Hainsey is the best out there, not the worst. Higher is better. So, all right. So that takes us to the bottom of the 7th stretch time here. 9-3. And Garcia will give way to Ramos. Anybody say a Ramos? Edebre Ramos. Edebre Ramos. Sure, we're going to bring him in. What kind of day is Edebre going to have? 26. That might be close enough. Let's double check. 26. Nope, that's normal. Normal day for Edebre Ramos. All right, 10. That is coming off of Taylor's card. 33, right-hander, 33. And that one is hit well by Taylor. And that is going out into deep left field. Howie Kendrick back to the wall, and he sees that one sail out as well. Another home run hit by the Nationals. Holy cow, I think that's 4 on the day now. Jose Lobaton. And 33 numbers, that's usually right about where they get the deep drives. That's going to be trouble again. 6, this is going to come off of, he is going to be a lefty. So it's going to come off of Ramos' card, fortunately. 33 is a strikeout. Good thing it came off the pitcher's card. And that brings up Joe Blanton, but I think they're going to make a quick switch here. Gets the righty. Who do we have? We're going to bring in, we might as well pinch hit with Adam Eaton. The lefty will come in. Might as well. Why not? Right? 4 to 7 will come off of Ramos' card. It's a 9, so it's coming off Eaton's card. 24, right-hander, 24. He rips and grips, and it's going into right field. Sanders down on the warning track and cannot get it. That's going to fall in. Another base hit by the Nationals. And he is just pinch hitting, so that takes us to the top of the order. Wilmer Defoe. I figured you and Jester would be perfect choices. Really? You need Excel to play. Excel 2007. Sure. Ron Barrier is looking for beta testers. I have whatever the newest version is. Jester, sure. Might have to hit him up. I'll have to catch up on that conversation. Wilmer Defoe. 3 against the lefty is coming off of Defoe, actually. Ramos is a 4 to 7. So 3. 43, right-hander, 43 is a strikeout, actually. So it didn't matter either way. And that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. Bottom of the 7. 7. That'll be Ramos' card. Nope, I'm sorry. This is be a CD check. Rendon, RP. It's going to right field. Saunders. And right field is a 2. And we rolled a 36. 2 and a 36. Line kind of catch. So F9. Go to the 8th. Cruising right along. Coming out to pitch in the 8th will be, let's see, we have a righty, lefty, righty. Sure, let's bring a right-hander in, and that'll be Albers. Albers coming in. And no, it's not Fat Albers. It's Matt Albers. Alrighty. Matt Albers against Miguel Franco. That is a 6. It's going to come off Albers' card. 73 right-hander will be an out. Franco against the righties and RP. That's going to be a fly ball to center. We do need to roll. We need to roll and see what kind of day Albers is going to have. We should have done that first, but I figured it would be more than likely a normal day. So that brings up Joseph now with 1 out. Oops. Joseph with 1 out. 4. That's coming off Albert's card. 83. That'll be an out. He's an RP. Lined at the shortstop. Making a good diving stop out there was Wilmer Defoe. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Andrew Knapp. 10 is coming off a Knapp's card, but an 85 is not what you want to see there. He's an LN, and that's going to be a deep fly to right field. Harper down the line and makes the catch. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And that brings up Bryce Harper. And if you're just joining us, he's had a day. Home run, single, home run, walk. And Ramos, and Ramos. I think they're going to give way to Gomez. Let's see. Yep, it's going to be Gomez coming in to pitch right-hander. Let's see what kind of day Gomez is going to have. Oops. Try that again. 31, normal day. So Gomez coming in. Harper trying to get his third of the day here. And 7, that's going to be, he's a lefty that's coming off of Harper's card. 64. Walked him. Hey, Wooden pitch to him again. That brings up Murphy. And that's a 3 lefty. That's off of Gomez. 66. Lefty, 66. Wow, really? Against left-handers, a 66 is still going to be a hit. Wow. 51 to 68 is a single to right. So Cesar Hernandez can't get it. It's going to fall in, and I'm just going to go one base at a time. It's no sense in trying to stretch this out. It's a 7-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Zimmerman, and that is a CD check. Zimmerman. It's an RP. That's going to center field. That's Herrera in center. Herrera is a 4, pretty solid. And we rolled a 16. A 4 and a 16 is going to be great catch out there in center. All right, and that brings up Chris Hainsey. Rolling a lot of 6s. 7, he's a righty. He's coming off of Gomez. 13, though, that's going to be a base hit. Base hit. And that's going to load the bases up for Michael Taylor. Nowhere to put him. 1 out. They're going to play back, go for a double play. And that is an 8. That's coming off of Taylor's card, 32. And that one, oh, Jesus Christ. That one is hit well by Michael Taylor. Let's see what kind of day Michael Taylor's had. Ground ball out, a strikeout, a fly out, and a home run. Well, guess what? This one's well hit. It's going out to deep center field. Michael Taylor got all that one. Herrera watches it go, and it is gone. Grandma, get out the mustard and the rye bread. We got us a grand salami going on. Holy cow, and it's now 14-3. The bats are coming out here in Nationals. Wowie, wowie, wappa, wappa. Jose Lobaton. 14-3, the grand salami. 6. And it's coming off of Lobaton's card, actually. 55. Right-hander 55 will just be an out. He's an LP, by the way. That's a fly ball to left. And that's 2 outs. And they're going to probably bring in a pinch hitter. Might as well. Oops, wait a minute. So Matt Albers is out. We'll bring in Adam Lynn. Somebody's card we can see. So it's easy and quick. Jose Lynn against Gomez. And 3. That's coming off of Gomez's card, actually. 61. Left-hander. And again, I cannot believe that. Versus left-handers, that is a single. Normally a 60's an out. Gomez against a right-hander. Nope. Defoe is going to switch hit. He'll go lefty as well. That's off of Defoe's card. 71. Right-hander. 71 will be an out. He's an LN. And he's going to fly out to right. And that will mercifully bring this to the last inning for the Nationals. Up 14-3. And the Nationals are going to bring in... they'll bring in Coda Glover. Give him a little bit of work. Coda Glover. Brandy Galvis. 14-3, 20 hits by the Nationals. All right, what do we got there? We got a 4. That is going to be, it's going to be off a Glover's card. And it's going to be a 65 versus a lefty. It's going to be an out. And he is an LN. Fly ball to center field. We should remember to always do this first. Oh, 74. He's actually going to have a bad day? Nope, normal day. Okay. So that was Galvis. That brings up the pitcher spot. Oh, geez. So let... oh, wait a minute. Wrong one. We want this guy. They're going to bring in Stasi, right? Yeah, Brock Stasi. Sure, we're going to bring in this Brock Stasi. Brock Stasi against Coda Glover. 5. That's going to come off of Glover. 44. Lefty is an out. He's an LN. Ground ball down to first. We'll go 3-1 on the put out. That takes us to Cesar Hernandez. Last out. Coda Glover. Trying to finish this one up here. Possible error check. It's coming off of Glover's card. 74 will be an out. Hernandez is an LN. And that is a G3. That's going to be an out. Error on Zimmerman. Zimmerman is... Where's Zimmerman? He is a 3. As long as we do not roll 1, 2, 3 or less, it will be the game. And that will be the game on the unassisted play. Tanner Roark goes to 2-0. Jeremy Hellickson 0-2. Bryce Harper for Washington MVP. Let's go ahead and finish the rest of the games from today. Now let's see how they turned out. San Diego beats Atlanta 10-3 in Atlanta. The Schmubs beat Pittsburgh 4-3. Cincinnati crushes Milwaukee 12-2. The Dodgers take out Arizona 5-2. The Mets beat Miami in Miami 3-2. Colorado 5-2 over San Francisco. The Nationals crush Philadelphia 14-3. The Tampa Bay Rays go into Boston and smash Boston 8-1. Detroit 3-2 over Cleveland in Cleveland. Los Angeles falls to Kansas City in Kansas City 7-4. In 14 innings, the White Sox beat Minnesota 3-2. St. Louis crushes the Yankees 10-1 in New York. The Big Red Machine just crushing the Yankees. Houston 4-3 over Oakland. There was some rumors about some trash cans being hit. We're not sure what's going on with that. Might be a couple of years before Major League Baseball investigates this and finds out if there's any truth to this. Look, maybe possibly 2020 for a resolution on that. Seattle wins 1-0 at home against Texas. And Toronto 3-1 over Baltimore. That is your action from today. And let's see how your favorite team is doing so far in 2017. Play of the day, Justin Upton for Detroit. Game of the day was the Trash Can Bangers versus the Athletics. And the Trash Can Bangers lose. No, they beat Oakland in Oakland. And let's see, Toronto 1.5 games up on Tampa Bay. Boston 4-7 on the season. New York 5-6. Minnesota 1 game up on Cleveland in the Central, and 2 games up in the West. Houston over Los Angeles, Oakland, and Seattle. In the National League, it's Miami with a 9-2 record. 2 games up on the Nationals, who are now 7-4 in the season. In the Central, it's Pittsburgh, a game up on the Schmubs, and a game and a half up on Cincinnati. And in the West, it's a dogfight, the Dodgers and the Padres, even up at 7-5 records. Alrighty, well, I'll have to check up on the chat. Looks like lots of good activity there, talking about some good stuff. You guys always know you can email me at idjesterlive@gmail.com and give me the information. Otherwise, thank you all for coming out. Beatles Eternally, who back from the dead. We got Turbocharged Sports. We got Clinton Parks. We got all kinds of wonderful people in the chat. So thank you all for coming on out. Philip Reynolds, who's going to be getting something new for his birthday. We don't know what it is yet. Looking forward to checking that out. Baseball demos. Played a game earlier. Live streamed even. So that was cool. Well, thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. And once again, we'll see you all next time. Till then, take care. Have fun. And keep rolling.